Hello students, I am going to continue the lesson A Day in the Ashram. In the previous video, you studied how the classes in the ashram begins and how the classes are different from what do we have at present. Okay, now I'll continue with the fifth paragraph. Fifth paragraph, it's like this. I'll read the paragraph. When the morning work is over, the boys bathe and go to their meal. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the classes begin again, but at this time, the work is chiefly with the hands as well as with the mind. Handiwork is practiced, and the boys' own natural tastes are very soon discovered. Some prefer carpentry, others prefer mechanical work, others enjoy spinning and weaving, others become skilled craftsmen or painters, others are musicians. So here, when the morning work is over, that is when the morning classes are over, the school boys they take a bath and have their meal. Then about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, once again their afternoon classes begin. But at this time, the work is chiefly, that is, the work is mainly with the hands as well with the mind. Understood, all of you? When the morning work is over, the boys take a bath, have their meal, and again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the classes begin. But at this time, there is no books. Okay, the work is chiefly mainly to the hand as well as with the mind. That is, handiwork is practiced. Handiwork in the sense that making things by hand. Okay, and such as carpentry, weaving, spinning, mechanical work, craftsmen or painters, and all these things are taught in the afternoon classes mainly to the hands. So in the afternoon classes are meant for handiwork where the children are given the chance, that means to choose their own taste, whatever they prefer. If they want to prefer carpentry, they can go and do that. Mechanical or painting or any other such things, the students are completely given the freedom to choose their choice. Okay, and the school works gets over at 4 o'clock. Okay, there will be a little work in the afternoon class, and the school is over. That means the school will close. That means activities in Shantiniketan to the students, okay, over at 4 o'clock, and then there is a rush to get first into the great open field for football. So after 4 o'clock, the boys Shantiniketan they go into the field to play football. And the writer here says that Shantiniketan boys are famous everywhere for their sports and games. So sixth paragraph, it's like this. Very little book work is carried out in the afternoon, and after 4 o'clock the students rush, that means they go into the field and play the football. And the Shantiniketan boys are very famous everywhere for their sports and games. Next paragraph, seventh paragraph. In the evening at sunset, they return from their field and sit down once more for a short time to meditate in silence. In the evening at sunset, they return from the field. That is, you could, the previous paragraph, you learned that after 4, they go into the field and play the football. After that, they once again come back and sit for a short time to meditate in silence. Okay, the next paragraph, eighth paragraph. As night comes, fairy tales are told, short dramas are recited, our Gurudeva's songs are sung, and different school gatherings are held in the evening. As the sunset, what happened? The students, they return from the field. Okay, sorry, that as the night comes, fairy tale, how do they spend their time in the night? The children, they spend their time in the night by telling the fairy tales. You know what do you mean by fairy tales? Children, okay, a story about magical and imaginary beings and land. It's a story about magical and imaginary beings and land. So at night, these Shantiniketan boys, okay, spend the time by telling the fairy tales, reciting the dramas, and singing Gurudeva's songs and conducting different social gatherings. So here you could see tales, T-A-L-E-S, tale, and you have another word called T-A-I-L, tale. Okay, both the words sound same. So you might have heard word called homophones. What is homophones? A word sounds the same. Like for example, we just listen tail and tail, T-A-L-E, tail, and T-A-I-L, tail. Both the words sound same, but they have different meanings. So homophones are words sound the same but have different meaning. So now the last paragraph, I'll read out the last paragraph. By 9 o'clock, all are glad to retire to rest. And again, the choristers go around the ashram singing their last evening hymn. There can be no question as to the happiness of the life of our boys. Their faces tell the story of their joy and their freedom. There is no freer life in India than the life of our children at Shantiniketan. So at 9 o'clock, all are glad to retire to rest. That means at 9 o'clock they all go to bed. Okay, and again choristers, that is the singers, they go around the ashram singing their last evening hymn song. Okay, at 9 o'clock they all go to bed, and again once again the choristers, they go around the ashram singing their hymns. Okay, and there can be no question as to the happiness. So here the writer is trying to say that the boys are very happy, okay, of the life of the boys, and their faces tell the story of their joy and their freedom. So the boys here in Shantiniketan, they're very happy and they enjoy the freedom. Okay, so here the word you could see that happiness and freedom. Okay, the things which you cannot see but you can experience with words that cannot be experienced. Okay, so this is called abstract noun, okay, denoting an idea or a quality, that concept that cannot be experienced with the sense. Okay, so finally I'll conclude this paragraph that at 9 o'clock they all go to bed. The choristers go around the ashram singing the evening hymn. The boys are very happy and enjoy the freedom in the ashram. And the author calls each, that is such an education, that is education in Shantiniketan is really uh, good, where the children enjoy, and such a living education can never be found today, and such an education can never be dull and monotonous. Okay, so I think you all have understood the lesson. Okay, thank you children.